So what's up guys, today we're gonna continue with our Spotify clone here, and if you haven't watched the other videos, I will link them down in below and also up in the top right corner. And today we will essentially style the main container and also fix the banner, because the banner didn't show up in the previous videos. So yeah, let's go and start with that, and then probably continue with our main styling. So the problem here is if we navigate to banner.jsx is because we doesn't have a return statement. We have to add that, and this is probably the most simple problem you can do. And if we go to our browser here, you guys can see we have a huge banner that essentially covers everything, and we're gonna style that now. So if we go to main container.css, we want to type .main container, and this is going to be a lot of styling today. And the height is going to be 100 view height. We are also going to have a flex grow of 1 and a C index of 1. Apparently this is not typed correctly. Grow. Just grow, and we also want to have Z index of 1. We also want to have a background color, which is going to be RGBA color code. This is going to be 34.34.34.06 or 0.6. Nice. And we also want to have a backdrop filter, so we're gonna do that. Backdrop filter, which is gonna take in some which is gonna take in a blur, this is gonna be 10 pixels. And we also want to add a transition as well for all the animations and stuff. So it's gonna be all 0.5 seconds, and a cubic bezier, which is gonna take in 0.175, 0.885, and 0.32 and 1.275. Nice. Okay. So now we're gonna style the banner. So we're gonna type .banner, and the height is going to be 300 pixels, and this will probably shrink some of the content here. And we also want to have a position of relative, just like that. And now we're gonna go to image, so to speak, and this is gonna be .banner image. Yep, and this is gonna have a position of absolute, and also top 0, left 0, right 0. Actually, it's just gonna have a top and left 0. And the width is going to be 100%. We also want to have a height of 100%. And the object, if we save that, will probably change. Nice. And the object fit is going to be cover, and we want to add a gray filter as well, or grayscale filter, and this is going to be 100. So the image will essentially there we go. Okay, so it was just some options on my camera that this functions. So okay, so go back to the program. .banner .bottom, and it's gonna be position absolute, and we will also want to have a top 0, a left of 0 as well, and a width of 100%. This is essentially, yep, that should be fine. We also want a height of 5 rem, just like that, and we want to add a background image to it, and this is going to be a linear gradient that's going to take in transparent, and then also a RGBA color, which is going to be 0, 0, and 0, and 0.9, just like that. So yeah, we get an overlay essentially, and now I want to style the content. So we're gonna do dot content, and this is gonna be position absolute. Top is gonna be 0. The left is going to be 0. The right is going to be 0, and the bottom is going to be 0 as well. Just like that. I don't have cap locks in. That's nice. And the padding is going to be 20 pixels and 30 pixels. Just like that. Nice. And we also want to have a display flex here. Flex, and this is gonna have a flex direction of column, so they are gonna stack upon each other. Flex direction column, just like that. And the Z index is gonna be 3, so they are on top of everything. Now we're gonna style the breadcrumb a bit, so it's dot content dot breadcrumb, and this is going to be a display flex as well. Display flex. This is going to be even a justify content, not justify track. It's gonna be content. Content, just like that, and this is gonna be space between. And we also want to have align item center, so we're gonna center everything in the horizontal, essentially. That's great. Now I want to style the p tag, so we just do dot content, dot breadcrumb p, and inside of this we want to add a color of the hexadecimal color value with 84, 84, 84. And here we want to have a font size of 14 pixels and a font weight weight of 600. We also want to have a letter spacing of 1 pixel. Nice. Okay. Let's see if I missed something. I don't think so. No, I didn't. Okay, nice. So if we go down to the span now, so essentially what we want to type is dot content dot breadcrumb p and then span, and in here we want to have a color or a hexadecimal color of 84, 84, 84. We also want to have a font size of 14 pixels. We want to have a font weight of actually we just want to have a color, never mind. And this is gonna be white, so it's gonna be F1, 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 just like that. And now we want to style the, so as you guys can see we have, this is the p tag and this is the span. Okay, nice. So now we want to style the artist, so we're gonna do dot content dot art. No, we're actually gonna do the icon, never mind. So it's gonna be dot content dot breadcrumb I, and in here we want to have a color code of hexadecimal value and F1, 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 just like that. And we also want to have a font size of 24 pixels, so the check mark is probably gonna decrease in size, and that's exactly what we want to do. And we also want to have a cursor of pointer, just like that. And oh, never mind, it wasn't that icon. Okay, that's fine. Now we want to style artist, so we're gonna do dot content dot artist, and yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. So dot content dot artist, and this is gonna have a margin top of auto. This will also have a color of a hexadecimal value, and this is gonna be white. We want to also have display flex. We want to have align items center, and we want to have a justify content of space between. Between. Nice. So as you guys can see, these text here actually turned white and position them in the right way. Nice. Now we want to do the name in the content. So we're going to do type .content .artist .left .name, and we're gonna have a display flex here. Also want to have an align items center. So all of these jumps into the image essentially, and now we want to style the individual item in here. So we're gonna style the h1 h2 tag. So what you essentially can do, you just copy this and type h2, and in here we want to have a font size of 15 pixels, just like that. And now we want to style the image inside here, so we're gonna do that and type image, and this is gonna have a width of 30 pixels, so the icon actually got smaller. That's nice. And the margin is gonna be margin left is actually gonna be 10 pixels, so it's gonna move to the right a bit. Nice. Now we want to style just the left, so it's not gonna include name. So we can copy these three and paste them and do just P here. The font size here is going to be 14 pixels, just like that. We also want to style the icon, so it's going to be PI. This is going to have a margin right of 6 pixels. So it's going to move a bit from the icon here. We have a small space here, that's great. Now we want to style the span, so we're going to be p-span. And in here we want to have a color code of 84, 84, 84. And we also want to have a margin left with 6 pixels. So the monthly listener is in fact gray. Very nice. Now we're gonna do the right. So we're gonna paste that and type right here, and we will essentially copy this as well. So we're gonna do display flex here, and we also want to have align item center, just like that. And after that, we also want to style the A tag. And this is going to be a lot of styling actually. So the text decoration is going to be none. We also want to have a padding of 10 pixels and 30 pixels. We want to have a font size of 18 pixels. We also want to have a color code, which is going to be white, so it's F1, F1, F1. We also want to have a border radius, radius of 100 view width. So it's going to be dependent on the view width. Nice. And we also want to have a margin as well. Here is going to be 0, 20 pixels. And we also want to add a font weight. And this is going to be bold. And we want to have a display flex here as well. And align item center. Center, just like that. Nice. Now we want to style the icon inside of a tag, so we're going to AI, just like that. And this is going to have a margin of margin right of 10 pixels, and the font size is going to be 14 pixels. So we got some space between these two here. Very nice. Okay, so now we're gonna do the child instead of the right A tag. Just gonna copy this, type A, and then colon, and do nth child. And this is gonna be 2. And I didn't spell it right. And this is actually going to have a background of RGBA color. And this is gonna be 0, 0, 0, and 0.3. So we got a background to the follow button, and we want to add a border to it as well. So we're gonna do 1 pixel solid RGBA, and this is gonna be 25, 25, 25, and I also see that we forgot a semicolon up here. So it does in fact have a small border. You probably can't see it because it's too small, and the margin left is going to be 0. And we forgot the semicolon again. And one margin left, it's going to be 0 pixels. So the play button is in fact moving closer to the follow button. Very nice. Okay, so let's go to the menu list then. We're going to style the menu list, and here you want to type .main container .menu list. And inside here we want to type display flex and align items center, and also justify content space between. Nice. We also want to add a padding for the individual, or actually just the padding to the box itself. So we're going to 15 pixels and 30 pixels. And we also want to add a background to it, which is going to be a hexadecimal color. And this should be 2C, 2C, 2C. Nice. This looks decent. And now I want to style the individual items. So you do just menu list .ul, or this is actually the list itself, and then we will style the individual items. So this is going to be display flex and align items center, just like that. So they in fact align themselves in a row. That's exactly what we want. And now I want to add some padding to them and also style them. So it's going to be UL and LI. And in here we want to have a list style. So we're going to remove the purple text essentially. The list style is going to be none. So we do that. We won't have any styling to it. And we will also set a color for it and more. So it's going to be margin with a capital M. And this is going to be 0 and 25 pixels. So now we will add some space between them. And the position is going to be relative as well. So this is going to have an animation to it. Then we're going to start the A tags. So we can essentially just copy this here, paste it here and type A. And text decoration is going to be none. Decoration is going to be none. And the color is in fact going to be some type of gray color. And this is going to be 84, 84, 84. Boom. This looks a lot better actually. Yeah. It's starting to look like a Spotify clone actually. That's really good. Okay, so let's style the individual child. So it's gonna be the main container dot menu list UL LI colon and before. It's actually not the child, but essentially the animation. So it's gonna have a position of absolute, and this is why we actually put the position relative here before, because this will in fact make us able to create an animation to it. So position absolute, we're gonna have a content which is gonna be an empty string because we don't want to have any content or text in it. The bottom is gonna be minus 20 pixels because it's gonna be an animation that extends the border in the bottom. So we're gonna move it down a bit. So that's why we have bottom of minus 20 pixels. gonna have a left of 10 pixels, so it's not gonna start in the left corner, and we also want to have a width of 0 because it's not gonna show unless we hover it, and the height is going to be 5 pixels. So the height is predetermined. So nothing will happen if we hover it right now, but it will happen later. Okay, so we're also gonna add a border radius here. Radius, and this is gonna have a 5 pixel. And we also want to add a background color of white, because the border is gonna be white. F1, F1, F1. Nice. Now we're gonna style the individual item with an animation and extend width. So when we add these styling here, we will essentially be able to animate it. So it's gonna be .menu list and or main container .menu list ULILI, and then we're gonna add a hover effect, which is gonna be to the before. So when we hover the before item, we will essentially do something. And we also gonna style the main container li .active and before. And inside of here we want to have a width of 20 pixels, so the pixels will extend, and we also want to set a transition to the animation. So it's going to be width, so we will animate the width, and the time is going to take is 0.3 seconds, and it's going to be smooth, so we want to add a cubic bezier, and this is going to be 0.75, and this is going to be 0.885 and 0.32 and 1.275. So if we hover these now, we will get animation. I believe it's so that looks decent actually. Okay, so let's style the hover effect on the A tags then. So it's gonna be .main container, .menu list, and ULLI hover, and it's gonna be A. And we also want to do the same thing to .main container .menu list, ULLI hover. Never mind, active. So it's gonna be .active. And inside of here we want to have a color of XMS, a white color, and also a transition of 0.3 seconds, and this is going to be ease. So the color will change to white essentially. So that's really good. It looks nice and clean. So let's style the p tag in the menu list then. So we're gonna do .main container .menu list. This is gonna be a p tag, and inside of here we want to have a color of white, and also have a font size of 14 pixels. Nice. And we also want to style the 8 or the icon, so we're gonna do that. And this is gonna be font size size of 12 pixels, and a margin right of 6 pixels. And if we look at the menu list in the inspector, we will essentially see if we can extend this a bit. Nice. The menu list is in fact, we are in audio lists. Here's the menu list. So we're still actually styling this list here. And the p tag is essentially this. This is the p tag. Okay, nice. So, never mind. If you did not understand that, just forget it, it's fine. You don't have to understand that if you want to. I would prefer that you did, but it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna start the span inside of it, and we're gonna have a margin left of 6 pixels. So the followers is pushing to the right. And we're also gonna add a color code, which is gonna be 84, 84, 84. So it's gonna be a bit lighter for gray color. Now we want to style the audio list, which is gonna be the oh, that's fine. Just because I pressed some of the buttons, that's fine. We're gonna style this thing here. So we're gonna do dot audio list right here, and this is gonna have a padding of 10 pixels and 30 pixels. So it's moving about, adding space within the effect div, and we're gonna type dot audio lists dot title, and this is gonna have a font size of 18 pixels, and the color code is gonna be F1, 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 F1. So F1. So the list 5 songs is in fact white. It's great, and we also want to style the span. So I'm gonna copy this and just type span here, and we're gonna have a margin left of 5 pixels. We're also gonna have color of 84, 84, 84. 84, oh, that's 3. 84, 84, 84. Just like that. And the font size is going to be 14 pixels. And the font weight is going to be 200. So this is in fact a little bit smaller and a little bit more gray. Great. Now we want to style the song container. So we're essentially just gonna do dot audio list dot song container, and the height is going to be 220 pixels, and we want to overflow Y, which is gonna be Y, and this is gonna be scroll, so you're gonna be able to scroll it. Okay. So now we're gonna style the individual songs. So we're gonna do dot audio list dot songs, and in here we want to display flex, and we also want to have align items center, and the font size is going to be 14 pixels. We want to have a font weight of 600. Save that, see what happens. Nothing happens. Interesting. Does the audio list actually display? That's a great question. So let's check audio list here. We actually return something here, and we defactor it as it should be, and we import it. Okay, so it's fine. The audio list here takes in a lot of. Okay, nice. So it's essentially the audio list and the music player we want to style. Okay, nice. Okay, so in dot songs we want to have a font weight of 600. We also want to have a color of 84, 84, 84. 84, 84, 84. You could also make these color codes into variables and then just link them. That would actually be a better way to do it, because then you can control them and change them so all the different divs change color when you change just one color, but in today's tutorial we won't necessarily do that. So we're gonna padding of 5 pixels, and we're gonna have a padding bottom of 5 pixels. Okay, interesting. Maybe it doesn't really return the, because this is audio list, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be hits. This should be audio list here, I think. Yeah, and the audio list doesn't really return anything at the moment. Or actually the song container is not displaying for some reason. This is the music player. Okay, so it's because the song container doesn't really have any height to it. We did though explain wait, it should hide, but that's fine. We can actually check. Song container is here. Is it songs container? Okay, it's songs container. Did we actually write that right? We didn't. We did not. So it's gonna be dot songs container. So this actually extends. Very nice. Okay, that's why. Great. So in audio list.songs we want to have a padding bottom of 5 pixels, and below this we want to have dot audio list dot songs dot active, and also dot audio list dot songs dot active dot song dot section dot song name dot song span, and this is going to be color of F1 F1, and this has to be important because it's going to overwrite the default color. Nice. And this will probably not show because we haven't really shown any songs here, so that's fine, I think. But we will do that later. So it's gonna be do audio list dot songs dot song, and this should have a margin right of 10 pixels. You know what? I will probably stop the styling here and try to fix this problem here, because it actually has to show the songs we have in our song folder here. So let's try to figure that out. Yeah, I will probably stop here because I don't really know the answer, and this video is already too long. So yeah. So if you like this content, then good for you, and if you want to create more programming applications or clones or whatever, I will help you with that in the future. I will also try to make more videos and post them more frequently as well, because this is just taking too long. This is a quite big project, I know that, but I want to be done with this so we can carry on with the other projects I have in the plan. But anyways, thank you for watching and have a great day.